With holiday shopping in full swing, Knox County's organized retail crime unit is working harder than ever.
This holiday weekend, they arrested 66 adults, 5 minors, and recovered just under $25,000 in stolen or fraudulently purchased property.
So these types of crimes are actually pretty frequent in East Tennessee.
Yeah, reporter Shannon Smith tells us why and what law enforcement is doing to put a stop to it. Shannon?
Hey guys, well, since Knox County's organized retail crime unit was formed a couple years ago, they've stopped a lot of stolen goods from being sold illegally. But lawmakers say until something's done about the opioid crisis, these big thefts will keep happening.
While petty theft is common nationwide, organized retail crime is a particular problem in East Tennessee. It's multiple people working together to steal certain items that are often sold online or at other stores for profit.
We have an organized retail crime unit that has actually begun to utilize the laws that we've passed over the last couple of years to really crack down and begin to take down some of these organized retail crime units that are functioning in Knox County.
State Representative Jason Zachary passed a bill in 2015 that made this special crime unit possible. Since then, dozens of crime rings have been infiltrated.
They've been able to make some significant busts over just the last couple of weeks. Some of those related to entities out of state that have tried to come in.
The Knox County Sheriff's Office says so far this year, Belk's, Home Depot, and Kohl's are the stores they've recovered the most merchandise from. Kroger is also a big target for these crimes. Its organized retail crime unit manager, Glenn Allred, says they have several warrants for crimes in Knoxville and Oak Ridge, and the majority of criminals they arrest have a problem with drug addiction.
As we began to move through this and pass legislation, we realized how organized retail crime was directly linked to the opioid crisis.
Allred says that's why this is a big problem in East Tennessee. But our local organized crime task force and those associated with bigger chain stores are catching a lot of thefts before they get out of control.
Allred has served in this role for Kroger for 9 years, and he says there are some noticeable signs of someone who may be robbing a store. They'll look for security cameras, they'll often come in carrying store bags already, and will often leave if employees approach and ask if they need help. Beth, Brandon.
All right, Shannon, thank you.